Are you looking for the best home printers? In this video, we will look at some of the best 6 home printers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. HP OfficeJet Pro 9135E All-in-One Printer. The HP OfficeJet Pro 9135E Wireless Color All-in-One does it all, and does it well, which is why it's easily our top recommendation for the best home printer. It's the latest update of the OfficeJet Pro line that we've liked for a long time, since we initially tested the OfficeJet Pro 9025E, which was our favorite overall printer until it was discontinued in favor of this updated model. In testing, we found that the OfficeJet Pro line offers speedy printing and high-quality results. It's also surprisingly inexpensive to operate due to excellent page-per-cartridge yields, with an option to sign up for HP's Instant Ink plan to drive those costs down even further if your print volume warrants signing up for such a service. It comes with 3 months free. The OfficeJet Pro 9135E offers great print speeds for an inkjet too. During our testing process, we found that it churned through our 10-page monochrome test document in 1 minute and 19 seconds, and HP reports that it tops out at a blazing 24 pages per minute in ideal conditions. Printed documents come out crisp and clean without any fuzziness or distortion, and it also handles photo prints very well. Opting into HP Plus while setting up this model doubles the warranty length and scores you several months of free ink. This kind of service isn't for everyone, but it's a good option if you go through a lot of ink. One minor drawback is that this model doesn't feature near-field communication, NFC, which would allow you to print documents located on your phone by simply touching your phone to an NFC tag located on the printer. This printer has the specs to run in a small office environment, so it's also a solid option if you work from home or even if you're looking for a printer for a shared workspace. This is a physically large printer that will likely take up a bit too much real estate for most home office desks, so we would recommend a dedicated space for it. Number 2. Canon PIXMA MG3620 Wireless Printer. The Canon PIXMA MG3620 has an attractive price tag, but we think it's also a competent, all-in-one inkjet printer that can duplex print both color documents and photos, scan, and make copies. It also has wireless connectivity that lets you print from your computer or the well-designed mobile app. With all of that functionality, we were astounded that Canon doesn't charge more for this model. This is a feature-packed printer, which means it can do a little of everything, but it isn't necessarily the best in every way. One area where this printer struggles is speed, and it actually took about 5 minutes to print our 10-page test document. Still, we think the print quality is excellent, with crisp text and graphics. It also handles printing pretty well, but it only has one paper tray. That means you can't stock it with both photo paper and standard paper, and you have to manually swap in your glossy photo stock whenever it's time to run off a few photos. It also lacks an automatic document feeder for effortless scanning, but it does have a flatbed scanner to scan books and other bulky items in addition to single-page documents and forms. We're quite pleased with how this compact printer has performed over 6 months of use at home too. Although it's not a go-to option for printing high-quality photos, we're still impressed by how well it prints text and graphics on basic printer paper. It's also easy to store this printer in a cabinet when it's not in use. Number 3. Brother DCP L2640DW Wireless Compact Monochrome Multifunction Laser Printer. The Brother CDP L2640DW is an all-in-one laser printer that produces impressively clean results, and it prints fast, almost too fast, considering the size of the paper tray. This printer is a favorite that we tested at home, and it's part of a lineage that we've been using for almost 2 decades. We even have one around from circa 2008 that still prints flawlessly and was put out to pasture in favor of new connectivity options like Wi-Fi. We think this printer is a real workhorse, with a laser-fast 36 ppm printing rate, a similarly fast scanner, and a 50-page automatic document feeder. The printer supports automatic duplexing, printing on both sides of the page, but the automatic document feeder only scans one side of documents, which can be a pain point when scanning longer items. We initially decided to try this printer because we were unhappy with the speed and performance of the inkjet printers we had used, and because we needed to print a lot of documents at home. We were impressed with the results in both of those areas, with this printer producing crisp black and white text at a rapid pace, and without the need to constantly replace an ink cartridge. The toner cartridge will supposedly print about 700 pages, but we've seen their starter toner cartridges produce significantly more before needing to be replaced. It is pricey, and you do eventually need to replace the toner cartridge, A dual pack of toner costs almost as much as the printer, but that's a worthwhile investment when you consider that each cartridge can produce around 3,000 pages. Number 4. Epson Expression Premium XP 7100. The Epson Expression Premium XP 7100 produces fantastic photo prints and clean monochrome documents, with multiple paper trays to hold different types of printable media, which is why it's our favorite color printer. It's also an all-in-one with a flatbed scanner and an automatic document feeder that supports auto-duplexing, so it's a good choice for low-volume home offices and typical printing jobs like homework, reports, and photos. We tested this printer at home and immediately fell in love with the 5-ink photo printing, which produces strikingly vibrant colors, super dark blacks, and overall results that are indistinguishable from professional prints. It prints up to 8 by 10-inch borderless photos, but it also works well for smaller prints. We like that it has multiple paper trays, so you don't need to remove your regular paper to print a photo. In addition to full-color documents and high-quality photos, this printer also handles monochrome documents very well. It doesn't provide quite the same precision or the speed of something like the Brother CDP L2640DW, our best laser pick, but the results are impressive for an inkjet printer. The scanning functionality is also top-notch, with both a flatbed scanner and an automatic document feeder. It supports one-button copying, and you can also scan to, and print from, the included SD card reader. We like the auto-duplexing feature of the automatic document feeder, because it makes it super easy to scan large documents that have print on both sides. Number 5. Canon PIXMA TR8620A Printer. A good home office printer needs to duplicate a lot of the functionality that you typically have access to in a professional office or shared workspace, and based on our thorough testing, the Canon PIXMA TR8620A is our recommendation for the work-from-home setup. This all-in-one model offers excellent print quality, impressive print speeds, an automatic document feeder and flatbed scanner, and 2 paper trays so you can load up 2 different kinds of paper at once. It's also rated for a 1000 page per month duty cycle, which is great for most home office settings. The PIXMA TR8620A turned in solid print speeds during our testing, with our 10-page test document taking less than 1 minute to print. Photos came out a whole lot slower, at about 2 minutes each, but that's less of a concern, unless you're in the business of printing photos. Print quality is excellent for both monochrome documents and photos, and we found that photos in particular came out looking just as good as professional prints. The scanner also turned out good results in our tests, with good text reproduction, although it is important to note that the automatic document feeder only supports manual duplexing. That means you can scan double-sided documents, but you need to feed them in one at a time and flip them over to scan both sides. Number 6. Brother HL L2350DW Monochrome Laser Printer. The Brother HL L2350DW is a monochrome laser printer that prints fast without sacrificing quality. It also offers exceptionally low operating costs due to how many pages you can get out of one toner cartridge, and Brother offers a subscription service to further drive down operating costs. It supports automatic duplexing for printing on both sides of the page, includes a USB connection for hooking up to a single computer, and also supports Wi-Fi for wireless printing. All of those factors help make this printer the ideal choice for anyone who needs to print black and white documents and won't require color printing, scanning, or any other additional functionality. This is a single-function printer, but it performs that one function exceptionally well. It turned in excellent print times and quality in the lab, churning through our 10-page test document in just 32 seconds. We found the print quality to be sharp and clean, even when printing on both sides of the page. To be clear, it doesn't have an Ethernet port, so you can't print directly from an SD card or USB drive, and the display screen is quite small, but that allows it to have an exceptionally small profile, and we love how compact it is. It doesn't feature a built-in scanner, but unlike a lot of other printers, this one is really small enough to fit on most desks. Plus, we're blown away by how well it prints black and white materials. It's so quick to print, and it's also compact enough to store in a cabinet or under a console table.